With the news around us talking about mass layoffs, AI disruptions, reduced government spending, and soaring levels of debt, it's doubly concerning to us when our own companies go through major changes. And the question of job security and longevity has always been raised, particularly when we've got our own financial commitments and the cost of living. As a consultant, I've led programs and projects with transformation and change management at its core. I've been involved in the planning and execution of restructures and change management. So here are 3 things I do to help. Firstly, I recognize that my response to the changes can be emotional and fear-based. I allow myself time to grieve and acknowledge the changes and its potential impact on my norm and the way we work. But the most important thing I do is that I recognize change is inevitable, and change can be good and should be good if you're ready. From the outside in, you wouldn't know what's going on behind the scene. Having worked on those changes and restructures, I can say there's a lot more behind the scenes that we don't see. Perhaps they're large negotiated packages. Perhaps it's a cutting of dead wood that the organization's been trying to cut for a while and can't. And maybe it's a realignment of new opportunities. From the outside looking in, we might be tempted to think the worst case scenarios. But in reality, it's never that bad for those people who are prepared. And then thirdly, be prepared. Allow your thoughts and energy to steer you towards preparing for change and developing yourself so you can be ready to take on new opportunities that emerges from it. Find ways to succeed regardless of the changes, and that's by working on yourself. Our brain is wired to think the worst case scenario so that we can go into survival mode. But most times, it's never the worst case scenario. Even if it was, if you're well positioned with skills, network, and the financial discipline to establish your financial safety net, it doesn't matter because you'll always land on your feet. Remember, the only person that could affect your outcome is you.